video. Before we get going, I just wanted to let you guys know that I do not advertise these videos at all. I am just documenting my journey. And if you happen to find this and can relate or it helps you in any way, please send it to someone that you think might need it or point them in the direction of it. If not, that's totally okay too. I just want this to be a resource for anyone who may be going through similar things. Because at the end of the day, we are not alone. That kind of brings me in directly to today's topic. I was reminded of this last week, and it's a story that I'm going to tell you guys. But growing up and, like early teenage years into even late teenage years and partially into my 20s, I always felt like everything that I was going through had to be my own battle. It was too much for me to bring it up to someone else to put that weight on their shoulders. So I just carried everything alone. And it felt like the weight of the world was on my shoulders 24/7. And it would always lead to a breakdown or some sort of mental lapse. And it would set me back even further than if I had just opened up and shared it with someone or talked to my loved ones who were there for me and would have been more than happy to listen to me talk and share my emotions. And so that's what today's lesson is all about is we are not alone. Okay. So I want to tell you a story from last week. I, like I mentioned in the previous video, have just been going through a lot, figuring out becoming a full-blown adult, living on my own, bills, all the sorts of stuff that comes with that, a new set of problems. And it had just been piling up and I could feel it. I could feel that tipping point coming that I felt so many times before. And I am fortunate enough to have a very few close people to me that I can talk about and trust with anything. And so I have gotten better at, sharing what's on my mind and taking those steps to make sure that I don't have that breakdown. So last week I messaged my brother. I talked to him. I said, "Hey man, like I'm kind of going through it right now. Can I come over?" And literally the busiest guy I know found time, had me over, even though we see each other every day and work together. And we just talked. And I told him exactly the things I had been thinking about, everything that had been going on in my mind. And he listened. He comforted me. He gave me input when I asked him for it. But most importantly, he was just there. And I wasn't alone. And I know that sometimes putting those things that are weighing down on you out into the world, saying them, speaking them into words, can make them feel even more real. And sometimes maybe even make them feel like bigger problems than they actually are. And it can be scary. It can be scary to say it to someone because once someone else knows, it's almost like it makes it even more true. It's not just in your head. And that's part of the reason why I had such a hard time when I was younger saying it, is because I didn't want to put the weight that I was feeling on anyone else. I didn't want my mom to feel bad. I didn't want my best friend to feel bad. I didn't want my brothers to feel bad. So I fought my battles on my own. I wore it and it never worked. There's a saying I heard not too long ago. It says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go long, go together. And I don't think that it could have been put any better than that. You will not achieve anything great. You will not get anywhere amazing by yourself. You need to lean on the people that you love, and you need to let them lean on you. This is not a solo life. This is a team life. From the smallest detail of it to the biggest life thing, find those people and share it with them. Because I'll tell you right now, it is a whole lot easier working through things, sharing struggle with people who give a damn than it is to just try and hold it down and fight your own battles. Because it's not going to work. And you know it's not going to work because it hasn't worked for you already. It didn't work for me. So the next time you feel that tipping point, like it's about to spill over, like you just can't handle it anymore, talk to that person, call that person, text that person, ask that person to meet up, and just speak your mind. Because guess what? It's going to come back around. Someone's going to call, someone's going to text you, someone's going to ask you to meet up, and you're going to be there for them. And it's just a cycle, and that's how it keeps going, and that's how you get stronger, that's how you get more resilient, and that's how you achieve more great things. Don't hold on too tight. Don't pretend to be alone, because you are not alone. Lesson learned. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If this helped you at all, please share it with someone, and see you next time.